Hello and welcome back to Wolf and Friends Gaming. I am Wolf, of course, since I'm like the only one who records stuff, and this is actually a demo for a game on Steam Greenlight called the Reignition Project. Now, I've only played like a minute of this, so I don't know a whole lot of it. So let's begin. I shift on the concrete, trying to ignore my shaking hands and the unfamiliar hardness of the gun pressing into my chest. Oh boy. I'm still hoping I won't need to use it. The garage is quiet, save for the rain. The overhead lights are dead or disconnected, and the only illumination comes from a pocket flashlight tucked under my chin. So is there a guy with a gun behind me or something? Because with that gun pointing to my chest, I could just see part of my shirt and a small metal box beside me. I delicately lift it onto my palm, wait for the signal, then press the switch. Those are my orders. I just need to lie here in the dark until then. I look away, sickened. Far below, the people are drifting around, unaware that they're minutes from becoming part of history. Caustic bile rushes up my throat, and I gulp it down. I think it's supposed to be vomit. I'm in too deep for second thoughts. Even if I back out now, I can't save everyone. I press the binoculars to my face and peer at the skyscraper across the plaza. Through the curtain of pouring rain, the silhouettes dance behind mirrored glass. Right now they're just standing there. Also, oh yeah, these are binoculars, okay. I can imagine the laughter and smiles from here. See. Do they really deserve this? I sweep the binoculars across the courtyard where the strike team is positioned. Yeah, I feel like these are like terrorists. Are they having the same doubts I am? Is she? I try to pick her out, but I can't tell the shadows apart. My receiver crackles. Stand by. I tighten my grip on the box. Icy sweat slips down my neck. I also like the rain effects for this. The shadows slip from the courtyard and vanish into the crowd. Is this really what they want? I force myself to flip the cover of the box, leaving only a thin switch to keep it from activating. No, to keep me from activating it. On our signal. The box is slippery with sweat. I grip it so tightly that the corners cut into my hand. Now! A flare screams into the sky and ignites, shattering the night with a burst and crack. How does nobody see this? I lower my thumb over the switch. Pull the switch. And here we go. This looks like, yep, a visual novel by Alienworks. Wouldn't have expected that. Oh, I'm thinking of Alienware, sorry. Gosh, this is like laggy. I'm not sure if it's on my computer. In association with Sekai Project. Man, this is such a good intro. I mean, seriously, just by this, I can't wait to see what the final project will be. Also, only one guy in programming, really? Special thanks to Cameron Nash, Tony. Don't know who those two are, but I don't really care right now. But I mean, my gosh, reconnecting. Yeah, I think they described it as not only a visual novel, but I think a dating sim. I'm unsure about that. I need to check the Steam description of it again. Reconnecting, disconnected. The Reignition Project. Yeah, that intro was so good that I hope the rest of the game is good. What's your dream? Ours was to create something that would let you achieve it. Run, lead, admire, think, explore, believe. The IG-6. The future is now. I've had enough. I mute the TV and lean back in my chair. The automatic doors are still, and for the 100th time, I wish that anyone, would walk through. But aside from the TV and humming refrigerated shelves, the store stays silent. At some point, slacking off at work stops being fun. Oh shoot. Darn it, so I go back. Whoa. Oh, that's okay. Where was it? Store stays at some point. Slacking off at work stops being fun, and even dealing with customers starts sounding nice. Boss was kind enough to splurge on a new CRT TV for nights like these. I've taken to calling him Kurt. Can I get out of this? Okay. How do I get into that? Whoops. Let us resume. Clever, I know. He only picks up one channel, and watching him for more than an hour hurts my eyes. Election season is coming up, so lately that channel has been nothing but political discussions and news. Kind of funny, because that's what it's like right now, almost. We've got, like, Hillary Clinton, Marco Rubio, Donald Trump somehow, and then some other guy who's a self-proclaimed socialist. Maybe it's just my low standards, but I've grown to appreciate Kurt's company on nights like this. Yo, Ken! While my coworker is busy in the back, Kyotaru emerges from the aisle, scratching his head as he strolls to the counter. Is he working? Yeah. We have any more milk anywhere? We're running low on non-expired 2%. Just shake up what we have. Keeps it fresh a while longer. I'm making it up, but look on Kyotaro's face suggests he doesn't know any better. Really? I haven't heard that before. Well, whatever. And he's off. What a champ. I settled down to watch the local newscaster prattle on about nothing. The local coffee shop is shutting down. Online dating subscriptions are at an all-time high. That is amazing. A lot of dots in this. Why does like every visual novel have some sort of ... There's been a startling increase in cases of agoraphobia. Shoot, I forgot what agoraphobia was. I'm gonna look it up while I'm editing. You'd struggle to find less interesting stories than these. There's a crash and Kyoto hurls back from the storeroom. I found some. It's only a week fresher, but it's a step in the right direction. He drops the milk on the shelves and returns to the counter. So, what's new out here? Not the milk, apparently. I'll jump back. I try to stifle a yawn. The RG6 is out in a couple of weeks. Oh man, we should celebrate. Good luck asking boss for the time off. Darkness clouds Kyotaru's face. I know the feeling. Although, hey, if you really want... Hey, Ken, you hungry? I hastily reroute my train of thought. 20 minutes. You say something? Come on, we do this all the time. You ask me what I want, then we eat from the usual place anyway. They close in 20. Kyotaru is quiet for a moment. You know, now that you mention it, I could go for Chinese. When do they close? 20 minutes. Then we better hurry. Go Chinese and go get it. Hey, come on, man, it's your turn. But I don't want anything. Ken, please. It's practically a given that in order to maintain collective office sanity, we need to look out for one another. Now get me my food. Besides, I went last time. It's only my turn if I'm actually getting something to eat. Right now you're saying, Ken, get me some food. Look, give me some incentive here. What do you have in mind? You're paying for me. I might as well eat if I'm going to all this trouble. Character falls silent. After a moment he nods. Alright, deal. Damn, I should have tried to get a little more. Here's what we need. I took the liberty of writing it out for you. I accept the rather detailed list. He's already written down what I was going to order. I'm disgusted. I'm so predictable. You owe me for this. I fling my apron behind the counter. Kyoto gives me the most artificial smile I've ever seen as I make my way to the door. Well, hey, it's Chinatown with ice. Santana Mechanics. Red's Bicycles. Smart Snacks. Don't know what that says. I shiver as the cold seeps in through my clothes. Today's clouds have deposited their blanket of snow and moved on, giving way to a starry sky that's vibrant and even through the light pollution. Despite my complaining, I'm glad to be out of the store. From inside, the sky is eclipsed by the surrounding software buildings. Sorry. They're sharp and modern, nice but stifling after a while. I lower my gaze to the road. There's food out there with my name on it. Well, Kyotaru's, but still. Pulling in my jacket, I set along the wet asphalt. The walk to the restaurant crosses 5 intersections. You can end up nearly doubling your trip time if you're unlucky. Naturally, I've been held up at 1 for a minute now, leaning against the pole while I wait for the light to change. There's usually no one around this late, but tonight there's a man in a suit standing as far from me as possible. I look over and give him a smile. He pulls out his phone and begins tapping buttons, kinda like our society. Typical. Another minute, the light changes and he takes off at an impressive clip. Soon he's just a speck in the distance. I turn down a side street, following the delicious scent of fried foods. Finally, it comes into view. Hong Kong, I'm not going to pronounce it. Our home away from home. Nice place. The door swing opens into a familiar warmth, heavy with a sense of grease and herbal tea. It's a busy night. Almost every table is taken by people eating alone, scarfing down their meals, while reading from phone or computer screens. Okay, I wonder if the familiar waitress is zipping around, snatching up plates and rushing out meals, occasionally retreating to shout into the kitchen. After delivering a plate to a man who doesn't even acknowledge her, she looks up, blinks, and gives me an energetic wave. Oh, Ken, hey! She bounces over with a bright smile. Well, hello, homie. You look busy. Yep, are you skipping work again? Shh, not so loud. Sorry. I wish visual novels wouldn't do this, because in a lot of games they do, where you don't even ask them their name, but as soon as they show up, it gives you the name. It's not like question mark, or just left blank entirely. I'm just glad to see you. No one's been friendly all night. Hitomi's smile disappears for a second, replaced by a look of absolute exhaustion. Like, even something like this is fine, but if you, like, give them the name even before your character mentioned it, I don't really like that. It's back a second later, bright as ever. What's the special occasion? Special occasion? It's the first time Kyoto's called an order in advance. I was starting to think you guys didn't get reception over there. Huh? He gave me a list, same as usual. Hitomi frowns and jumps up out of shop from the kitchen. Sorry, gotta go. I'll be back in a minute, don't worry. Hey, hold on. She's gone. I pull out Kyo's list, then drop into the seat beside me. I can't think why he'd call up. I watch Hitomi diligently serve people without receiving even a thank you. Makes me feel I'm the only one who's happy to see her. Man, this is a lot like our society. Writers, good job to you for actually creating a game that has modern society in it. She returns from the kitchen a few minutes later, clutching someone in her left hand. Hey, Kyoto did order ahead. Got it right here. The order, I mean. She holds up a scrap of paper. But I don't think we finished making it. Sorry. That's okay. I just want to know why he gave me this. I hold out my list. Hitomi takes and compares with her own. Oh, got it. She shoves the list in my face. See, he ordered extra chicken when he called. I'd need to be cross-eyed to read them this close, so I just nod until she retracts them. He probably just got hungrier. If that's it, then he should have just called me. A hand flies up from the other side of the room, and Hitomi's cheerfulness evaporates. Hey, gotta go. I promise I'll be back soon. Sure, I'll just be here. Yeah. She shuffles away. I'd like to help, but I doubt the management would appreciate it. Instead, I tap my fingers on the tablecloth, wishing I'd gotten some water. I'm waiting for a long time. I watch the clock on the wall as the minute hand passes to 6. The restaurant is technically closed now. I'm just waiting for stragglers like me to leave. With the crowd thinning out, Hitomi exits the kitchen, practically dragging herself back to me. She sighs as she plunks herself down across from me. Man, that was rough. You think you'll make it? Yep, I'm just taking a quick break before cleanup. Oh, and your food's almost ready. We got a bunch of last-minute orders, so we're running a little bit behind. How do you cope? I'd be dead if I did this every night. It's not that bad. It can kind of be fun talking to new people. She says, looking half dead. Uh-huh. Really, it is. I'm just kind of worn out today. Up all night on online dating boards. Hey, I've never done that. I was just watching some stuff on TV is all. She perks up and stretches. So, anything new at work? Nope, same old. Oh, really? You and Kyoto must have some fun. Is this gonna be the love interest for Ken? Well, we almost had a 2% crisis. Really? Yeah. There I was at the counter when Q burst out from the back, screaming that we were out of 2% milk, so I continued the story in the most forced tone possible. I can't tell if he told me he's playing along or if she's genuinely interested. So yeah, it was set to be a catastrophe, but then, Q found new stuff in the back, right? You told me the same story last month, dummy. Once again, I'm disgusted by how predictable I've become. Are you disgusted? I can see why you wouldn't appreciate it, but disgusted wouldn't be the word I would use. Though Hitomi seems to have found it amusing, her energetic radiance is back, full force. What about you? Any exciting developments? Not really, same old stuff. We're pretty short-staffed, so I haven't had time for much else. Sounds tough. She shrugs, glancing up at a nearby clock. Sorry, I've got to start wiping down the table. I've got to start wiping down tables. Okay, I'm fine. She bounds to her feet, fixing the tablecloth as she turns back to me. Just a sec, I'll check if your order's ready. She vanishes into the kitchen, returning with a bag moments later. What's the damage? Oh, don't worry about it. Catcher had me put it on his tab. Just thinking about the size of that tab makes me wince. Still, he's the one paying. That's fine. Thanks again. Hitomi walks me to the door. Travel safe. Say hi to Kyoto for me. Food in hand, I make my way back into the night, until I get mugged. The warm takeout bags feel good against my arms, and before long I'm back out the front of the store. Still clinging my freezing hands to the bag, I rush inside, and am met with the familiar warmth of central heating. I'm happy to be here for once, even if it is just to get out of the cold. Judging by the bike resting against the store window, I'm not the only one. Leaning against the counter is a slender girl, bundled up in a jacket and scarf. Her face is red from the cold, forming a rosy flush on her cheeks and nose. She's gonna be the love interest, right? Contrasting with her bright blue eyes. Why do I feel like I've seen a familiar face like that before? I'm probably going crazy. Noticing me, she gives a warm smile. Either that or all these games use similar character designs. Responding with her small nod and a smile of my own, I head behind the counter to stash away the food. A customer right here and no Kyoto in sight. I hastily retire my apron. Can't really complain. She's the youngest customer I've seen for a long time. Her long hair twines around her scarf before curling and freezing at the ends, probably thanks to the cold. I'm trying to understand why part of her hair is short and then the other one's long. Either that or just because she has her head angled. I don't blame anyone for looking a bit disheveled in this weather, and honestly, it's kinda cute. What the heck? Oh, it's Kyoto. Yo, Ken, what the way they drew her just seems weird now. Q emerges from the back, giving me a wave devoid of guilt. Where were you? Just had to go. Oh, that was me. Darn it! I just had to go out back for a minute. To take off your uniform. How are you going to serve customers in that? I can't eat with my uniform on. That'd be unprofessional. But you can't work without it either. Anyway, where's the food? Q comes sitting behind the counter, but I snatch the bag from its hiding place. If you think you're getting any of this, you have another thing coming. Oh, come on, man. I was only gone for a minute, so I haven't had any customers since you left. Well, you must be blind. No customers, huh? They told me, Q. I lean in and lower my voice to a whisper. What do you call her? Who? Setsuna? She's not a customer, dude. I look at the girl. My gaze is met with a short cough and a small, awkward wave. She's a friend of yours. Before he has a chance to respond, the girl pushes herself against the counter and into our makeshift meeting area. Name Setsuna Nasunaga. Pleasure to meet you. Her forwardness leaves me off guard and I step back to regain my personal space. Hi? They both stare. I'm Ken. The circuit rider. Ken Sakawa. I work here. So you're the infamous Ken. I always thought you'd be taller. It sounds like a joke, but she has several centimeters on me, so I feel a twinge of embarrassment. So, yeah, that's Setsuna. I knew you wouldn't mind, so I went ahead and made dinner plans with her. Sorry for barging in. He didn't tell me he'd still be on the clock. Oh, gosh darn it, Q. She shoots Q a dirty look, which he artfully dodges by looking in another direction. Nope. I guess it's not a problem. I doubt anyone's gonna drop by this dump for the rest of the night. Perfect. Now that we're all acquainted, let's eat. Practically salivating, Q snatches the back of my hand and digs through it. Do you need chairs? Nah, I'll be fine. If I get tired, I can always sit on Q. By the way, Ken, this is for you. Q slides the smallest of the 3 boxes over to the side of my side of the counter. It stops right on the edge. Don't say your old buddy Q doesn't care about you. Judging by the portion size, he must not care a whole lot. Man, thanks. I flop down on the chair and spin around so I'm facing Kurt with my back to the others. Who's Kurt? Oh, it's Kurt's the boss, probably. Oh, you're not gonna eat with us? I'm not fun to eat with. I just don't want to have to try making awkward small talk with her. But she seems strangely disappointed, deflating as I look back to Kurt. Is she that broken up over someone she just met not eating with her? Come on, Ken, she's not going to bite. Probably. Fine, fine. Still in the chair, I scoot over so I can pop my food on the counter. I'm not standing up, though. Life returns to Setsuna, a knowing smile spreads across her face with no attempt made to hide it. Why do I feel like I was played? Probably because you were. We snap apart our chopsticks and dig in. As usual, Q's table manners leave everything to be desired. He scarfs down his food so fast that I doubt he even tastes it. Like Goku. I look over at Setsuna, expecting a mirror image of Q. Surprisingly, she's managing to keep some sense of refinement while matching his pace. It's reassuring to know that there are people who can chew with their mouth closed. She catches me staring, and I look back down at my noodles. By the way, Ken, what took you so long? You got lost? They were a bit busier than usual. Poor Hitomi was struggling to keep up. Q stuffs a chunk of food into the corner of his mouth. I'll tell you. He stops to chew. No, I would hate being the waiter, just one step away from being a manservant. Always waiting on people, only stopping to smile that they take 10 minutes to figure out what they want. I mean, I could totally do it, and that'd be great, but I wouldn't want to, you know? Setsuna chimes in, having already devoured almost half of her meal. Oh please, if you can hardly keep up with me when we run, how would you keep up with all those orders? Hey now, I just keep a nice and steady pace so I don't burn out. You should try it sometime. Right. And I'm sure you would keep a nice and steady pace while taking orders. You got Caillou to run? Did you dangle some food in front of him? Believe it or not, smartass, I took the initiative. Setsuna looks on, barely containing her laughter as Q beams with pride. Shall we tell him how we met then, Q? Okay, so yeah, they're a thing. Q shrinks into the background, blood rushing to his face. Well, sadly, I'm at the end of this video, so we will learn about their origin story later. This has been Wolf and Friends Gaming, and I'll see you all later. I don't see how to save. Save. Sweet. Alright. Main menu. Yeah, I saved. That should be fine with saving. Fine, let me check. Yep, it's saved. Alright, so once again, I'll see you all later. Bye.